For the Love of Chibuike. A SitiTalkTV for SitiTalkBlog series continues as we seek answers and justice for late Chibuike Edu and the Edu family. The SitiTalk team caught up with Oliver Edu, late Chibuike Edu's elder brother, to get an update on the situation so far.
Hello, this is Oliver Edu from Ebonyi State, Nigeria, the elder brother to late Chibuike Edu, who was tortured to death on the 16th of May 2016 by the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SARS, in Enugu State. A special division in Nigeria Police specializes in anti-robbery. On the 11th of January 2019, I received a letter from my barrister, Uche Mokosha, the Southeast Zonal Coordinator of National Human Rights Commission, sent a message to me that a presidential panel will be sitting in Enugu State High Court on the case of my late younger brother, a case of a theft that led to the torture to death of my late younger brother, Chibuike Edu. Chibuike Edu was working for Intercell Products Nigeria at Proda Emene in Enugu State. Then a theft case was alleged in the company, and after the incident, the owner of the company, Mr. Chris Arojobu, invited a special anti-robbery squad to get them, all the workers in the company, arrested. But it's quite unfortunate that it was later only Chibuike and another person and the security guy that they were arrested. And when they go to the SARS officers, they forced my late younger brother to make a confessional statement that he should say that he knew something about the theft so that they will let him go. But Chibuike, somebody that came from a very humble background that doesn't steal, Chibuike told them point blank that he knew nothing about the theft, that he was wrongly accused, but he would rather die in his truth than making a confessional statement about something that he knew nothing about. Unfortunately for him, Chibuike was tortured to death by the Special Anti-Robbery Squad officers. Then, after the death of Chibuike, the family has not set its eyes on the corpse of Chibuike Edu. We do not know the whereabouts of Chibuike Edu corpse. Up to this moment, the remains of Chibuike has not been committed to the Mother Earth. Chibuike has not been buried. Autopsy has not been taken on the corpse of Chibuike. In fact, we don't know where they have taken the body of my late younger brother. After the incident, the preliminary investigation carried out, we found out that after the death of Chibuike, the owner of the company, Chris Arojobu, together with the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SARS, they took the body of my late younger brother Chibuike Edu to an unknown destination. When we went to the Itukozara, when it was alleged that Chibuike body was taken to, we got there, we could not find the body, the corpse. Even the IPO that of SARS that was handling the case, Mr. Everest, he told us point blank that Chibuike's body was not in that mortuary. That those corpses that we saw there, none of the corpse was Chibuike. In fact, then they said they know where they took Chibuike's body to. After the death of Chibuike, I wrote through my lawyer, Barrister Nwokosha. Series of petitions were written to Nigeria government, to the IGP, Inspector General of Police, the Senate of Federal Republic of Nigeria. We equally wrote to the House of Representatives. We wrote to the Commissioner of Police, Enugu State. We wrote to the government of Ebonyi State, and also to some organizations like a National Human Rights Commission in Enugu. We equally wrote to the Amnesty International. I wrote to the SitiTalkBlog, and ever since then, these organizations, SitiTalkBlog and the National Human Rights Commission, they have been, fighting tooth and nail in ensuring that justice must be given to my late younger brother Chibuike. We so much believe that by the grace of God, certainly justice must be given to my late younger brother. We, the family members, we have been crying. We have been crying bitterly to the world. We have been crying bitterly to Nigerian government. We have been crying bitterly to so many organizations to come to our aid. We want justice for my late younger brother. We want that madness in them to be unraveled. We've made our prayers known to Nigerian government. We've made our prayers known to the Senate of Federal Republic of Nigeria that one, a thorough investigation must be carried out to know how and what led to the death of Chibuike in the hand of Nigeria Police SARS. And secondly, an autopsy must be carried out on the remains, on the body of Chibuike. We are crying to the whole world to help my aged mother, the widow. She has no help. She's helpless. Ever since her son was tortured to death, she has not set her eyes on the corpse of her son. You can imagine a situation whereby a mother, her child was being taken forcefully and tortured to death, and up to this moment, this woman, she has not set her eyes on the corpse of her son. The last hope, the last born of this my aged mother. Nigeria Police SARS snatched and tortured this boy to death without any remorse up to this moment. We are crying to the whole world to come to our rescue, to help us in fighting for justice for my late younger brother. We are appealing to Nigerian government to help us. The only thing that can make my family to be much happier in this case is to give justice to my late younger brother, because this is a serious case. A case of a theft that was alleged in a company where my late younger brother was working, and he was wrongly accused, and at the end of everything, the truth came up, and this boy was tortured to death. Up to this moment, nothing has been done, and the SARS officials that carried out this atrocity, they are there carrying out their wicked and their wicked duty without being, questioned, without being arrested. This is unfair. We are crying to God Almighty to come to our rescue. Yes, we know that injustice to one is injustice to all. I believe that with God all things are possible. we know that God will never abandon those who fight for justice. So we know that Jesus Christ, our Redeemer, is with us. For when one has no one to fight for him or her, Christ is always there to fight for such a person. And in my case, in my family, in the case of my late younger brother Chibuike, I so much believe, I am totally convinced in my heart that no matter the time it will take, justice must be given to my late younger brother. At this point in time, I want to thank those that have been working without giving up in ensuring that justice will be given to my late younger brother. An organization like SitiTalkBlog that has been of a help to this struggle. I'm grateful to my God, whom I serve. In His infinite mercy, we continue giving the strength, wisdom in fighting for this case in favor of my late younger brother Chibuike Edu. I also thank the zonal coordinator Southeast of National Human Rights Commission Nigeria, Enugu, Barrister Uche Nwokosha. I also thank Barrister Andrew Nwokosha, who has also been a help to this family, to my family, fighting, struggling for justice to be given for my late younger brother. I also thank Barrister Ogini Eskio. These are the lawyers who have been working around the clock in ensuring that justice must be given to my late younger brother. I pray that God Almighty in His infinite mercy will continue to give them wisdom, the strength and the cover to fight for the justice for my late younger brother. No matter the time it will take, I am convinced in totality in my heart that justice certainly must be given to my late younger brother. And those that were involved in torturing my late younger brother to death, I mean those torturers, they must be brought to book so that it will serve as a deterrent to other mad SARS officers in Nigeria. I have nothing to say at this point in time rather than to say to God be the glory, because in every circumstances God said that we should return all the honor to Him alone. Therefore, I say to God be the glory, and I hope that God Almighty will come to our rescue in this case. And I believe that God Almighty will comfort my aged mother, a widow, who she has lost the last hope, the only hope she has, because Chibuike, he was the last born of my mother, the last born of the family. A boy, he was just tortured to death. God, I hereby invite your presence to this fight. Thank you.
You have listened to Chibuike Edu's elder brother, Oliver Edu, who has given his account of events that took place in May 2016. There are many questions to be asked. The most important are: what exactly happened to Chibuike Edu whilst he was in the custody of SARS of the Nigerian police? Where is Chibuike Edu's body? Why is Intersol Products Limited, the company he worked for until his death, not taking responsibility for having allowed the police to take him and allegedly murder him? These are questions and many more that we at the SitiTalkBlog and that every decent human being who has listened or heard about Chibuike Edu's experience in the hands of the Nigerian police would want answered. The struggle and the fight for justice continues on behalf of late Chibuike Edu and his family. Once again, it's SitiTalkTV for SitiTalkBlog.